Kim Kardashian bashed for breaking Vatican dress code amid Pope's death. Kim Kardashian was bashed for breaking dress code at the Vatican amid the Pope's passing. Her ex-husband, Kanye West's wife, Bianca Censori, has been called out for her distasteful international dress. Now it is Kim who is under fire. Keep reading for further details. Kim Kardashian bashed for breaking Vatican dress code. Pope Francis died on April 21, 2025, leaving the world in mourning. Anyone who met him knows that he was fair and balanced, which was extremely well received. The Vatican is a very special and spiritual place to those who visit, and Kim Kardashian was lucky enough to make the journey. If someone wants to visit, though, they need to be aware of the very strict dress code. This includes no sleeveless, low-cut garments, shorts that end above the knee, miniskirts, and hats, and it must be abided by. Unfortunately, Kim did not think that rule applied to her. There have been rumblings that she does not want her 4 children with Kanye around Bianca, mainly because she is almost always barely dressed, but is Kim any better? In 2021, when she went to the Vatican, she completely ignored the dress code that everyone must abide by. Kim donned an off-the-shoulder, short-sleeved, sheer white dress with cutouts in the waist. The mogul topped off the ensemble with sunglasses and peace signs. Not only was she sleeveless, but also exposing her body for all to see. In her social media posting about her trip, she wrote this. After Kim Kardashian shared her snaps, fans were immediately shaken by the disrespect she showed to the Vatican. She outwardly was disobeying their rules and did not even seem to care. After she was ripped apart, Kim attempted to clarify her outfit mishap. Kim claimed that she did cover up and followed the dress code. Regardless of what she said, it was not enough for fans to let up on her and how she dressed. Respect the Vatican. Kim Kardashian's fans and followers made it clear that she had disrespected the Vatican. More so, they wanted her to cover up and be mindful of where she was. This photo has clearly resurfaced in the wake of Pope Francis' death, and it shows how tone-deaf Kim can be. Although she claimed she was covered up when it mattered, the photo shows otherwise. Hopefully, she has learned her lesson and will be more tasteful when it comes to places such as that. In a whirlwind swirl of fashion, faith, and fury, Kim Kardashian has once again become the epicenter of global controversy. This time, however, it's not over a Photoshop fail or a questionable parenting choice. It's over her wardrobe at the Vatican, of all places. The reality star-turned-entrepreneur was blasted by critics and Catholics alike for allegedly breaking the strict dress code while visiting the Holy See just days after the death of Pope Francis sent shockwaves through the Catholic world. The drama began when Kim posted a carousel of photos on Instagram showing herself walking through the Vatican museums and into the Sistine Chapel, dressed in a skin-tight, off-the-shoulder black dress with sheer lace detailing. Her look, complete with stilettos and oversized designer sunglasses, was captioned, "Blessed and Grateful." #Vatican Vibes. But there was little peace in the comment section. Disrespect to Phil, one user wrote. There's a dress code for a reason. The Pope just died. Read the room. Another chimed in. Of all the places to turn into a runway, Kim chose the Vatican historically required visitors to dress modestly, with knees, shoulders, and cleavage covered. It seems Kim's interpretation of modest was filtered through Balenciaga. According to sources close to the star, Kim's trip was planned months in advance as part of her European fashion tour. However, the timing couldn't have been worse. Her arrival at the Vatican came just 72 hours after the world learned of the pontiff's passing, and people were still lighting candles in St. Peter's Square when Kim struck poses near a Michelangelo masterpiece. She wasn't there to pay respects. She was there for content, said one Vatican insider who asked to remain anonymous. There's a difference between reverence and relevance, and she's clearly chasing the latter. Religious leaders were even more pointed in their condemnation. Father Antonio Bellucci of Rome's Basilica di Santa Maria called Kim's behavior egregiously inappropriate. To enter the house of God dressed for a nightclub, while the church mourns its shepherd, he said during a Sunday Mass sermon, "It is not only indecent, it is sacrilegious." Cardinal Joseph Montaldi, who had been scheduled to meet mourners and lead prayer sessions at St. Peter's Basilica, reportedly canceled his appearances after seeing paparazzi photos of Kim treating the Vatican like a backdrop for her next Skims drop. The backlash didn't stop at the clergy. Fashion critics, typically defenders of Kim's avant-garde looks, also joined the outcry. Kim's look was stunning. In the wrong setting, said Donatella Rizzi, editor-in-chief of Roma Moda. There's a way to honor cultural spaces through dress. This felt like couture cosplay. Amid mounting pressure, Kim remained unbothered, at least publicly. She posted more photos from her trip, including shots of ancient tapestries and a cryptic quote, "Only God can judge me," that only fanned the flames. She's using religion like a fashion accessory, said author and theologian Dr. Mara De Luca. The Vatican isn't a stage. It's not a place to rebrand your image during global grief. Indeed, Pope Francis's sudden death had cast a somber pall over the Catholic community. Mourners flocked to Rome from around the world, lighting candles, saying rosaries, and awaiting word from the College of Cardinals. There was already tension surrounding who would lead the church next. Kim's appearance, and her flamboyant disregard for the moment, felt, to many, like sacrilege served on a silver social media platter. Even among celebrities, opinions were divided. Madonna, never one to shy away from controversy herself, posted a vintage photo of herself at the Vatican in a high-necked black veil with the caption, "There's a way to do scandal with respect." Meanwhile, Sharon Stone commented on Kim's post, "Kim, I love you. But this ain't the Met Gala, babe." Inside sources say that Kris Jenner, ever the image strategist, had begged Kim to postpone the trip or at least tone down her wardrobe. She warned her this would blow up, said a family friend. But Kim was convinced she could spin it into a faith meets fashion moment. Spin or not, the fallout was swift. Catholic Twitter exploded. Vatican tour guides reported American tourists asking, "Is this where Kim took her controversial pics?" Pilgrims in mourning found themselves being pushed aside by influencers trying to recreate the now infamous shot of Kim gazing pensively beneath the Sistine ceiling. People were crying over the Pope. And then someone yelled, "Is that Kim K?" Said American tourist Hannah Grayson. Suddenly the chapel felt like a red carpet. As the controversy swelled, Kim's team reportedly reached out to several faith-based charities in hopes of doing some community healing work, according to insiders. Rumors swirled that Kim might donate a portion of her next Skims collection to Catholic causes, or even make a public appearance at one of the Pope's memorial services. Still, critics remain skeptical. "She's a master of reinvention," said pop culture analyst Lila Morano. But this might be one step too far. She underestimated how deeply sacred the Vatican is, especially in a moment of global mourning. As Rome prepares for the papal conclave, the shadow of Kim's high-heeled strut through the holy halls still lingers. Was it a fashion faux pas or a flagrant display of fame over faith? Only time, and perhaps the next pope, will tell. But for now, the message from Vatican City to Calabasas is loud and clear. Modesty is not a trend, it's a tradition. Ask ChatGPT.